Hey everyone, it's Johnny from JohnnyJet.com, and today I'm here to talk about Chase Ultimate Rewards points. A reader asked me, do these Chase Ultimate Rewards points expire? Well, the simple answer is no. But because these are such sought-after points and they connect to multiple credit cards, there are some things you should know about them. So, number one, Ultimate Rewards points are worth, at the minimum, 1 cent per point. Number two, which is what all travel bloggers and hackers and mileage pros know, is that obviously if the Chase Ultimate Rewards points minimum is 1 cent, you can actually get a lot more if you learn how to maximize them correctly. So you don't want to just do a statement credit. You want to transfer them to other airline partners or hotels, mostly airline partners, and then you can get way more than 1 cent per point. And number three, because these are such valuable rewards, obviously, you want to keep accruing them as much as you can and as fast as possible. And so we'll talk about that too. One thing to keep in mind is that people are always worried about points expiring because most hotel and airline points, well, not most, but many expire between 1 year and 3 years. So you need to always monitor them. You can use services like Award Expert, or I do mine manually where I basically have alerts set up so I know if I need to go into one of these airlines or hotels shopping portals and spend some money just so my points don't expire. So what about Chase Ultimate Rewards? Well, thankfully, they will never expire. As long as your account is open and is in good standing, you don't have anything to worry about Chase Ultimate Rewards points expiring. So, woohoo! In case you're asking, how do I keep my Chase Ultimate Rewards points from expiring? Well, here are a few simple ways to do it. Number one, if you're going to close your account, let's say, you don't want to pay the annual fee or there's a better credit card offer out there, before you close your Chase account, make sure you spend all your points, because once you close that account, those points are gone. So that's tip number one. Tip number two, hopefully you don't want to close your account because they are so valuable, but just in case you needed to. And if you don't, always just make sure that you're paying off the minimum balance. Actually, I always recommend people to pay off their credit card balances off in full. Otherwise, a rewards credit card is not worth it. So always pay it off in full. And if you can, then you can really earn some valuable travel perks and have a lot of your travel costs offset. But you got to pay it off in full. And of course, to make sure they don't expire, you want to make sure you pay the annual fee, if there is one, every year. Because if you don't, then they obviously can close your account. Obviously, don't ever abuse or misuse a point program anywhere, because in their fine print, they can take away your points. That's not just with Chase, but that's with pretty much any mileage or point system. And I don't need to tell you this, but don't be a fraudster. I think that pretty much explains itself. And the last tip is, you don't want to have personal bankruptcy. So avoid personal bankruptcy, and you won't have to worry about your points expiring. So if you are going to close your account, keep in mind that, again, you need to use your points before they expire. And some ways to do it are, you can redeem them for cash or gifts, gift cards through their portal. But, you're not going to get the best value, but at least you won't lose them. And keep in mind that if you are going to cash in your points or redeem your points for cash, you need to have at least 2,000 points in your account. You should also note that you're able to transfer your Ultimate Rewards points to a travel partner. And the way you do this is, if you have Ultimate Rewards in either a Chase Inc. business account or a Chase Sapphire Preferred account, you can transfer them to many airline partners, including United Airlines. And that way you can transfer them out to their partners as well. If you do transfer them to a mileage account, then you don't have to worry about them expiring because they've already been transferred from your account. If you're planning a huge trip and trying to accrue enough miles or points to be able to go on this dream trip, you don't want to close your account because you're safe in Chase's Ultimate Rewards because they don't expire, while other airlines and hotels points typically do expire. So, if you're planning a trip for years from now, then you definitely want to keep them in a safe spot like Chase, unless you monitor them, make sure that you keep your other accounts active. But it's a lot more work because you got to make sure that they don't expire. So let's talk about earning Chase points using Ultimate Rewards. Chase offers 3 personal credit cards where you can collect reward points. The most popular is obviously the Chase Sapphire Preferred, particularly because for travelers, because of a number of reasons. You earn 2 points per dollar spent on either travel or dining, and you get 1 point on everything else. Currently, the card offers a 50,000 point bonus if you spend $4,000 in the first 3 months of opening the account. The Chase Freedom card is a cashback card which tracks as Ultimate Rewards. So for the Chase Freedom card, every dollar you spend, you get 1% back. So every 100 points that you collect, it's equivalent to $1. However, this card has quarterly categories that allow you to earn 5% cash back on up to $1,500 spent in the current category. And all those points add up to cash, and you don't need to be worrying about the points disappearing because Chase Ultimate Reward points don't expire. Now, the Chase Freedom Unlimited credit card offers 1.5% cash back for every dollar spent. And currently, there's a bonus of $150 after you spend $500 on purchases in the first 3 months from opening the account, or if you haven't received a new card member bonus in the past 24 months. For people who don't like to follow travel categories, and you aren't traveling as much, this card is a good option to earn points and can be saved for a long time because your points don't expire. Probably the best part about this card is that there isn't an annual fee. So you don't have to worry about that, coming up with that money. So delightfully, the simple answer, do your Chase Ultimate Reward points expire? They do not, as long as you keep your account active and open. So again, you got to pay your annual fee, you got to keep your account open, and make sure that you're following the payment term, and you'll have an ongoing point collection. These points are handy to collect. You know, if you have the Chase Sapphire Preferred card, those points you can cash in for a big trip. If you have the Chase Freedom card, you can follow the categories, you know, once or twice a year and then spend big on categories that fit your interest. And if you have the Freedom Ultimate Unlimited card, then you get 1.5% cash back. And those points collect over a number of years, and you should have a pretty good account balance to go on a big trip. How do you want to spend your Chase Ultimate Rewards points? Let us know in the comments below. If you like this video, please share it with your friends. Also subscribe, because we're going to have more videos coming out soon. And I hope you guys have happy travels. See you up front.